Attention 2021 commencement exercises for West Vigo High School. For your convenience, restrooms are located in the concourse area, and if you should need assistance during the ceremony, ushers and security staff are on duty. Please let them know of your need. At this time, it would be appreciated if everyone would turn their phones to the silent mode. On behalf of all of our seniors, the members of the Board of School Trustees, Superintendent Hayworth, and all members of our school staff, we are excited for this opportunity to honor our students. Our expectations are that each student will be held in high esteem and honored and respected for all they have accomplished during their entire school career. As the seniors are introduced, we ask that those in the audience show positive support, remembering that each student is a son or daughter, brother or sister, or friend of others in the audience. We trust that everyone will enjoy these commencement ceremonies. Thank you.
Please rise for the playing of the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Now please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Thank you, Allie. I wish you the best of luck in your future at the U.S. Air Force. Welcome, students, family, faculty, and friends, to the class of 2021's graduation. My name is Garrett Roush. I am the Student Council President here at West Vigo. All these years of hard work are about to pay off. That's 4 hard years of homework, studying, and testing. Even with this unique and unusual year that we have been given, we have still managed to make the most of it. I would like to give a big thank you to everyone who helped us get to where we are today. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Garrett. Our first speaker this afternoon is Ms. Grace Likens, our salutatorian.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Grace Likens. I'm the salutatorian of the class of 2021. I know as we were walking in, most of you were settling into your seats, and you've been saying hello to your family and to your friends. If I may, let me ask you a question. How many of those people that you just said hello to are you about to graduate with, or have you graduated with? How many of them have been lifelong friends? A few? Most? Is that not the definition of a community? The speech that I am supposed to give to you today was directed to answer the question, what does it mean to be a Viking? You may think many things, just like I did. Maybe to you, it is to be an athlete, or a student, or a musician. As I reflected on the years that I have spent as a Viking, I find one thing to be a central ideal. To be a Viking is to be a part of a whole, a community, a family. Unlike most schools that walk off this stage in part ways, we will always be a community. When you look up the definition of a community, you find the answer to be a group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. While this is true, a community, our community, is much more than that definition. Sure, we're all people that live in the same general area, and we definitely have particular characteristics in common. But what I have found and continue to find is that although we are vastly different, we rally behind a certain thing. We rally behind the future. You may wonder what I mean. How could one rally behind something that hasn't happened yet? Well, let me elaborate. The most beautiful thing about being a Viking is that you know that you have the support of others. You can ask for help, and someone will guide you. We, as a community, rally behind the scholars, the athletes, and the musicians in our school. We support them, whether it be in the stands, in an auditorium, or simply in a classroom. We have given each person a sturdy starting point, a launching pad for each individual rocket, if you will. Being a Viking gives you endless support from teachers, from those in your community, and from friends. But let me be very clear. This message is not just for those of you who, along with myself, will move our tassels from right to left. It is a message for those that have come before us and for those that will come after us. We are a community, and we are proud of it. Being a Viking is not a title that we have walked through our high school career wearing proudly on our chests, only to be left at the door as we exit today. It is a title, it is an attitude, it is an ideal that we will carry for the rest of our lives. If not loudly, we will carry it silently, using the lessons we have learned, the wisdom we have gained, and the love that we have felt, and we will give it back.
Great job, Gracie. Good news, I can't say it any better, so I won't have to speak later. But our next speaker is Mr. Garrett Roush, our first valedictorian.
After 13 years of hard work, maybe some tears here and there, and a whole lot of laughter, we have finally made it to our day of graduation. To put that into perspective, 13 years is equal to 4,745 days. Convert that to hours, and you get 113,880. In minutes, it would be 6,832,800. All of these numbers make it seem like an eternity, when in reality, it felt like the blink of an eye. Our class of 2021 is unique, to say the least. While we were not the most outgoing or competitive, we know how to have fun. I think we were the first class to ever get kicked out of a middle school pep session because no one wanted to participate. In early years, our homecoming hall decorations showed large amounts of failure. But later on, our halls started placing first quite frequently. I can also recall that our class won tug of war every single time during the homecoming games. Other than those two instances, we lost most of the time. In fact, we completely lost our last homecoming week. But at the end of the day, I am proud to be a part of West Vigo's class of 2021. With a small class of around 140 people, we all know each other, and it feels like one large family. If there is one thing to be learned from the past 13 years, it is that life goes on at a fast pace. Dr. Seuss once said, "Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes memory." He could have never been more correct. Cherish every single moment, as you will later on in life look back at them as the good old days. Remember the times of struggle and happiness. They have made you strong and have helped form you into the person you are today. At the same time, leave room for new memories and friendships. Thanks to all of those who have helped guide us to this moment. That includes parents, friends, teachers, and coaches. You have helped mold us for success and have created relationships that will last lifetimes. For everyone graduating today, I wish you the best of luck. Wherever you find yourself in this next chapter of your life, whether it's in college, a trade school, or work, I hope that you may find and achieve success. Thank you.
Great job, Garrett. And here's our second valedictorian, Mr. Dylan Lemon.
Good afternoon, students, parents, grandparents, teachers, administrators, and friends. Isn't it great that we can all be together today for the graduation of the class of 2021? My good friend and co-valedictorian Garrett spoke about the past. The only guideline I was given for this is that I should talk about the future, which, as it turns out, is one of my personal favorite topics. Music is another one of my favorite topics, and I will draw on the words of some of my favorite artists throughout this speech. When looking for general ideas about giving a graduation address, I found many different ideas, but I think the best advice I found was, no one will remember what you say in your speech, so the most important things are to be funny and to be brief. I found a 4-leaf clover in my yard today. It had 1 leaf missing, but that was okay. Looking it over, I could easily see that 4 is only really just 1 more than 3. That's close enough for me. It must be my lucky day. Those words are from the great American philosopher and songwriter, Todd Snyder. The point of that song is my main point about the future. It's all about perspective. Changing how you look at your circumstances can greatly impact your outlook on life and can even impact some of the opportunities that may come your way. On a similar note, 3 Days Grace wrote in a song, "You can't unlive the pain, you can't rewind to yesterday." Our only option is to look forward. The future is ever-changing, shaped by every action of every day of each and every one of us. In other words, the future is a combination of what happens to you and, more importantly, what you make happen. As the Struts said, my hope for us is to never look back and say, that could have been me. Take charge and carve your own future. Change your perspective if you need to. Chase your passions, chase your dreams, chase whatever it is that makes you excited to get up in the morning. That is what life is all about. I'll close with Todd Snyder. Because life isn't easy getting through, everybody is going to make things tough on you. But I can tell you right now, if you dig what you do, they will never get you down. Well, at least I was brief. Peace.
Great job, Dylan. Thank you. I was afraid he was going to come out with an instrument like his brother did a couple years ago, and I was going to have to start taking music lessons, so thank you for those words. Good afternoon, Superintendent Hayworth, Deputy Superintendent Goller, members of the school board, parents, grandparents, friends, and graduates. I want to welcome each and every one of you today. Today may be a bit bluer, a bit bigger, and a little cooler than we're used to. We all know this is where we need to be, together as one, celebrating these graduates. Normally, I would take this time to thank our custodians and maintenance man, Mr. Wendell Holman, for all their work in preparing for graduation in the Green Dome. But this year, with no graduation at the high school, they've been sipping sweet tea, eating Cheetos, and living the high life. Not really. They've been busting their fanny like every other day. But I would like to thank Dr. Mason, Dr. Hayworth, our school board, ISU, and the staff at the Holman Center, providing us an opportunity to be able to celebrate today with numerous loved ones. I would like to welcome a group who has helped each of these students get to this point. There are many teachers and staff members from all levels with us today. Besides educators, they are role models, psychologists, coaches, canvas designers, entertainers, mentors, Chromebook repair specialists, listeners, and the list could go on, which now, of course, includes remote learning connoisseurs. I am proud to call them my coworkers and friends. If all teachers, EAs, bus drivers, nurses, staff of the Vigo County School Corporation would please stand. They love me for that. The last group I would like to recognize are 5 students who are in front of us today. These young men and women will be joining the armed forces at some point after graduation. Please stand as I call your name. Guests, I ask you to hold your applause until the end, and once I have finished reading those names, if all other veterans and current members of the military would join them in standing. Alicia Elkins, Allie Hine, Marcus Holyfield, Tyler Job, and Skylar Rogers. Please join me in thanking our current, future, and past heroes. Most of you may not remember, but when you showed up for Link freshman orientation on that hot day in August 4 years ago, I gave you the annual freshman spiel. If you weren't here that day and joined us later, I gave the same speech to you and your parents before you started day one at West Vigo High School. I told you there are 3 expectations of everyone in this building, all staff and students alike. I could talk all day about these 3 things, but since many of you have beanie weenies simmering at home in the crock pot and those legendary fluffernutter bars getting ready for the open house, I'll cut her down to just a few thoughts. These 3 expectations are not rules, they are not wants, and they are not mine, but the foundation of what West Vigo and the West Terre Haute community stand on. Number 1, your butt better be here. That doesn't mean just come to school, but to be present, be engaged. Getting off the bus doesn't make you a student. It's what you do with the time you are here that makes you a student. Do we have a few of you that had days when you were more rare than a chupacabra sighting and picked and chose a little more than others? Yeah, that's true. But you all managed to make the most of the opportunity you were given. As a group, even during a pandemic, you had thousands of hours of service. You accumulated 180 hours of college credit. You rocked the gym and the band. You set school records in athletics. You were in numerous plays, musicals. You helped revitalize our choir program, and some of you are the founders of our new ag program. Those things do not happen without you fulfilling expectation number 1. Number 2, we expected your best effort. We didn't ask you for straight A's, just all you had. Now listen, we don't get in the way of mama. If mama wanted straight A's, you better get straight A's. All we asked for was your best effort. I've used this analogy before, but let's just roll with it. 4 years ago, we're going to pretend this is the gym floor. 4 years ago, we asked you to all line up on this baseline and to run as fast as you can to the other end. That sounds fair, right? Best effort? There are those of you out there who had no idea if you'd be able to make it to today. And there are those of you out there who has understood that you would be. So to ask you to finish at the same time would be incredibly unfair. For the sake of this analogy, to get from one end of the gym to the next wouldn't be that hard. But some of you struggled. There was no perfect race. You all tripped along the way. Some graciously, some flat on your face. In fact, some of you took right or left-hand turns along the way and took an unneeded stair lap or 2. Some of you tripped over the same line more than once. Those lines represent tough days, hardships, losses, lost friendships, whatever. You are the only ones who know what those lines represent. In life, just like this analogy, some of you may have gotten up by yourself. Some may have had help getting up. But no one would lay there and roll around helplessly saying they are done or could not get up. Each and every one of you got up from those bad days and hardships to finish the race. And because of your best effort today, you made it to the other baseline, and I congratulate you for that. The last expectation of your high school career was to be nice, do the right thing. Nobody was asking for a kumbaya session, but doing what was needed when the time presented itself. You found the student who needed someone to sit with. You picked up trash in the green dome. You provided that smile for the teacher or student who needed to that one day. I challenge you to use these 3 fundamental expectations of yourself in life. Make sure that when a future employer, spouse, or child looks you in the eye and knows that you're from West Vigo High School, they know they're going to get someone who shows up early, leaves late, does the right thing when no one's looking, busts their hind end, battles all struggles, and for goodness sake, no way someone is going to outwork you. On a personal note, everyone talks about how much different this year is and how it looked. But next year, we're going to be even more different for me. I have never walked the halls of West Vigo High School as principal without you. I want to thank you for being my first group. You have helped me make these first 4 years as principal smooth and memorable. You've put up with my shenanigans, my dad's speeches, endless selfies, high fives, and even an occasional kick in your fanny to get it going. But it's been a pleasure sitting in the front row watching you grow up from little bitty freshmen into young adults you are today. I want to finish this way. I want to finish today the same way we started this journey 4 years ago. I'm going to ask everyone to stand in a minute. Yes, everyone. I don't care if you're from Washington, D.C., a Holman Center usher, mom, dad, brother, sister, uncle, or just a friend of a friend. If you are here today, you are a Viking or an honorary Viking. Today is the last day these graduates will ever be assembled together, but the first day as teammates, family, alumni of West Vigo High School. Today is just like your freshman year, sitting quietly in the freshman corner of the Green Dome, patiently waiting for the next stage of life, listening to some lunatic on his first day as principal. I asked the entire student body what a team does before the big game, a cast and crew before they enter the stage, the band before the big show. Most of you said nothing, wondering what the heck is going on, much like you are today. With the help of some of the upperclassmen, we figured out. We came together as one. We put our fists, our hands together as we brought it in to cry out whatever it was to show that we are united for the challenge ahead. What better way to start this new game, show, and stage of life than to bring it in one last time, as this group will never be together again. As cheesy and silly as this may seem, we, every one of us, are in this together. As teachers, educators, parents, family, friends, and alumni of West Vigo High School, we have a responsibility to be here for each other. I want everyone, not just the students, to stand
6 feet apart.
and join us in one last war cry. When I count to 3, I want Vikings as loud as you can. Students, stand. I'm just telling you right now, when I was coaching basketball, K through 2 is the loudest group. That was awesome. Can we call Guinness Book of World Records? Maybe we have the biggest, I don't know, maybe, who knows? But congratulations and welcome to the club. Dr. Hayworth and members of the school board, it gives me great pleasure to announce the class of 2021 has met all the requirements necessary for them to be graduates of West Vigo High School in the Vigo County School Corporation. At this time, it is my distinct honor to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Robert Hayworth.
He does it to me every time. I don't know if he's Dad Easton, Coach Easton, Principal Easton, but I'm fired up right now. I'm ready to go. Students of the class of 2021, in testimony whereof the Board of Trustees for the Vigo County School District, on the recommendation of your principal and faculty, having successfully completed the prescribed necessary requirements as established by the state of Indiana and the Board of School Trustees, I hereby, on this 30th day of May, 2021, grant upon you your high school diploma with all the rights, privileges, and honors appertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates of the class of 2021.
Assisting me will be Mrs. Jackie Lauer. Dylan Todd Lemon. Garrett Andrew Roush. Grace Catherine Likens. Gabrielle Renee Buckaloo. Jenna Renee Noblet. Addison Ellen Otten. Caitlin Elizabeth Rawlings. Allie Jo Hyen. Jasmine Nicole Anderson. Shay Maddox Andrews. Haley Nicole Adderson. Jordan Daniel Augustus. Elijah Logan Barr. Madison Ray Bales. Alexandra Renee Barnaby. Christian Robert Bernard. Eric Roland Barr. George Brent Beeler. Peyton James Bell. Dominic Tyler Bennett. Thank you. Assisting now will be Mr. Hank Irwin. Connor David Bickle. Zoe Rose Boatman. Jenna K. Breedlove. Kylie Jean Brock. Timothy James Broom. Keelan Joseph Logan Bryant. Cody John Bunch. Samuel Lynn Birch. Charles David Burris. Elizabeth Jane Calicod. Justice Allen Cole Cheeseman. Taryn Colby Chrisman. Caden Scott Sonato. Chloe Sarah May Collins. Abigail Denise Conley. Joshua Ray Cuffle. Holland Josie Doherty. Jacob Levi Dean. Sally Ann Laifu Dabon. Braden Lewis Delatry. Thank you. Assisting now will be Mrs. Amy Lohr. Desiree Elizabeth Dickinson. Vincent Antonio Doty. Alicia Marie Elkins. Braxton Martin Elkins. Jade Nicole Ellinger. Emma Irene Fry. Nathan Zachariah Fritz. Joshua James Fry. Emma Ruth Hain. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Caitlin. Sorry. Caitlin Nicole Hain. Blake William Green. Olivia Grace Grieve. Emma Ruth Hain. Madison Leellen Hedden. Bryant Jeffrey Lee Hemrich. Caden Michael Lee Hine. Brandon Matthew Higginbotham. Mackay Xavier Higgins. Logan Michael Hickson. Marjorie Tenora Hoffalina. Thank you. Assisting now will be Mrs. Stacy Killian. Marianne Tenora Hoffalina. Lucas Dean Hogue. Carrie Ray Holbert. Keith William Holder. Marcus Clay Hollifield. Amari Keyshawn Holman. Josephine Virginia Holstein. Anna Marie Kayleen Hoopengarner. Ava Marie Hoopengarner. Brent Allen Heilman Jr. Cody Grant Ingham. Tyler Ray Job. Ethan Earl Kelsheimer. Christina Nicole Kennedy. Jake Edward Kernstein. Joshua Andrew King Jr. Case Michael Lautenschlager. Haley Ann Liturgy. Braylon Paige Lewis. Keelan Cassandra Dion Lopez. Connor Wallace Mackey. Thank you. Assisting now will be Dr. Susan Powers. Sierra Rose Mars. Keith Lee Mars. Andrew Jordan Martin Roberts. Kylie Ann Matherly. Herschel James Maddox. Gabriel Justin McAllister. Peyton Ray Edward McCullough. Jason Lee Melville II. Gavin Brady Miller. Emily Ann Rose Morris. Kaylin Joanna Morris. Luke Stephen Morris. Max Thomas Nicius. Gabriel Corey Newhouse. Brittany Allison Noel. Christian Alexander Orman. Jonathan Brock Odie. Haley Nicole Parker. Marcus Andrew Price. Thank you. Assisting now will be Mrs. Rosemary Scott. Justin Thomas Pruitt. Lauren Nicole Ramsey. Caitlin Reese Ray. Erica Storm Redman. Mackenzie Joe Rice. Erica Blaze Reiser. Caleb James Reiser. Dakota Bryce Roberts. Chrislyn Alexis McCoskey. Skylar Nathaniel Rogers. Alexandria Nicole Rawlings. Morgan Danielle Roth. Micah Nicole Roush. William Levi Sod. Rachel Marie Sawyer. Jake Allen Schofstall. Zane William Shadow. Jarrell Edward Scholler. James Irvin Simpson III. James Galen Andrew Singleton. Thank you. Assisting me now will be Mrs. Joni Wise. Alyssa Marie Dawn Smith. Chance Jeffrey Smith. Chandler Shane Smith. Kylie Marie Stepp. Sydney Lynn Thomas. Landon Gregory Thome. Devin Lee Tisdale. Elizabeth Grace Venardi. Miguel Jose Vizcaino. Michaela Rose Waldrop. Shane Marshall Warnock. Anastasia Marie Waterman. Connor Jamison Wheeler. Skylar Lee Wheeler. Caitlin Thralls Whitford. Xander Allen Chance Wilbur. Michaela Marie Whitty. Paige Nicole Woodward. Evan Spencer Wyrick. Briley Dawn Taylor.
just received some great news. Didn't have him on the list, but I want to definitely take this time. We have another one who's going to go join the military and serve our country. If we could all give a round of applause. Brent Heimel, would you please stand? Thank you, Brent. Introducing our senior video, the class president, Miss Gabby Buckaloo.
Thank you, Mr. Easton. Good afternoon, parents, staff, and students. First of all, we'd like to thank Nikki Keith for putting together our senior slideshow, and know that we greatly appreciate it. I am so glad that I can stand up here and call you my classmates and my big dysfunctional family. Thank you for all the memories we have made together, and I hope we can continue to make more. Thank you, parents, for putting up with us through all this time. Now, here we have some embarrassing baby photos brought to you by the senior class of 2021. Roll the tape.
I said, remember this moment in the back of my mind. The time we stood with our shaking hands, the crowds in stands went wild. We were the kings and the queens, and they read off our names. The night you danced like you knew our lives would never be the same. You held your head like a hero on a history book page. It was the end of a decade, but the start of an age. Long live the walls we crashed through, all the kingdom lights shine just for me and you. I was screaming, long live all the magic we made, and bring on all the pretenders. One day we will be remembered. I said, remember this feeling. I passed the pictures around of all the years that we stood there on the sidelines, wishing for right now. We are the kings and the queens. You traded your baseball cap for a crown. When they gave us our trophies, and we held them up for our town. And the cynics were outraged, screaming, this is absurd. 'Cause for a moment a band of thieves in ripped up jeans got to rule. forbid fate should step in and force us into a goodbye. If you have children someday, when they point to the pictures, please tell them my name. Tell them how the crowds went wild. Tell them how I hope they shine. Long live the walls we crashed through. I had the time of my life with you. Long, long live the walls we crashed through. How the kingdom lights shine just for me and you. And I was screaming, long live all the magic we made, and bring on all the pretenders. I'm not afraid, singing long live all the mountains we moved. I had the time of my life fighting dragons with you. And long, long live that look on your face, and bring on all the pretenders. One day we will be remembered.
May you have auspiciousness and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May it take no effort in your being generous, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, may you catch your breath. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa! May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Oh, well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. As a slap bracelet, may you keep the chaos and the clutter off your desk. May you have unquestionable health and less stress, having no possessions though immeasurable wealth. May you get a gold star on your next test. May your educated guesses always be correct, and may you win prizes shining like diamonds. May you really own it each moment to the next. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa! May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Oh, well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. If you believe it, then anything can happen. Go, 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 raise your glasses. Go, 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 you can have it all. I told you, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. 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 I want you to have it.
Thank you again to Nikki Keith for putting that together for us. Now leading you in the changing of the tassels, your senior class vice president, Miss Jenna Noblet.
So here we are, class of 2021. This is the time we have all been waiting for, counting down the days of the last couple months of school and sliding by with late assignments. In just a few short moments, we will be changing our tassels from the right to the left. This is such a small act, but it means so much. This shows our late nights of studying, our many days of homework, and many schedule changes along the way. COVID has put a damper on this year, but we pushed through and we have finally made it. Now please stand and join me as we officially become the graduated class of 2021. You may be seated.
Thank you, Jenna. Before the ladies come up to close us out, just a reminder that we will need to leave after we're done, take pictures outside. We need to create space and cleaning time for Terre Haute South to come in. So please meet your students outside. Now to close out the afternoon, senior class treasurer and secretary Addison Otten and Katie Rawlings.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Addison Otten.
And my name is Katie Rawlings.
We know that we are the only ones between you all and the exit doors, so we will try to keep this relatively short. Our parents said it would fly by. We refused to believe it, but they were right. Just like that, and it's over. But an ending isn't always a bad thing. It just means something else is about to begin. Today, we are the ones with diplomas in our hands. We are ready to finally open and begin reading another chapter of our lives. Some of us will go far, some will stay close to home. Some of us may even lose touch and only be seen again at class reunions. But the memories we have made as Vikings will stay forever in our hearts.
After today, we will never hear Mr. Kendall announcing homecoming games, never search for the little prizes and misship scavenger hunts, hear Miss Heron yelling down the hallway, or ever have to go through a week of smelling Miss Easton's cat dissections ever again. I know we're grateful for that. We have spent 720 days, 100 weeks, and 40 long months waiting for this moment right here. After this day, we are alumni of West Vigo High School. These 4 years have been the best years of our lives, and in 10 years, we will be completely different people. We will have jobs and families of our own, but we will always call West Vigo High School, the Jim Mann Green Dome, and West Terre Haute our home. Congratulations, class of 2021. We survived heartbreak, acne breakouts, COVID, quarantine, and senioritis. We did it.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, 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 come on. Ooh, something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. I can't stop the feeling. Yeah. So keep dancing. Oh.